What's up, everybody? AC here, and welcome to another edition of LA Sports Live. Now, as you guys come to the video, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. It really helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. And if you're not already a subscriber, if you just found the channel, if you just found the brother, go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when I drop new videos here on YouTube. Now, you guys see that thumbnail, you see the title. Now, look. We know the NBA plans to return next month. There have been a number of players, including LeBron James. He was kind of spearheading the player side of wanting to return, and the NBA plans on returning next month. Now, yesterday there was a conference call. It was probably a Zoom call, but anyway, quite a few players were on that call. The call was spearheaded by old Kyrie Irving, LeBron's old teammate from Cleveland. And basically, I guess he's calling himself the leader of the group. But anyhow, he was kind of spearheading the thought of not returning. And I think he wants to go retire and become a social justice warrior now. Just hear me out before anybody gives me some heat. Just hear me out. Let me read some of the things that came out of that meeting, specifically from Kyrie. Kyrie is quoted as saying he's willing to give up everything he has for social reform. Okay, that's fine. That's great. That's dandy. That's your decision. He's also quoted as saying, "I don't support going into Orlando," Irving said during the call, according to Shams. "I'm not with the systematic racism and the bullshit." Who the fuck is? "Something smells a little fishy. Whether we want to admit it or not, we are targeted as black men every day we wake up." No shit, bro. Anyhow, let me read to you guys a kind of a response to what was going on, in that call last night from, I think it was from Instagram. No, it may have been from Twitter, from Houston Rocket guard Austin Rivers. Let me read what Austin wrote, and then we'll get on. "Us coming back would be putting money into all of our pockets. With this money, you can help out even more people and continue to give. More importantly, your time and energy towards Black Lives Matter, which I'm 100% on board with. I love Kyrie's passion towards helping this movement. I'm with it, but in the right way, and not at the cost of the whole NBA and players' careers. We can do both. We can play, and we can help change the way black lives are lived. Canceling or boycotting a return doesn't do that, in my opinion. Guys want to play and provide and help change." And and Austin is right. Does Kyrie Irving, look, I'm all with, like as Austin said, I'm all with BLM or the movement in general for social change. Systemic racism has been going on in this country for over 400 years. We all know that. But I don't think Kyrie realizes that there have been people out there working, putting their lives on the line since all this shit started, since all the virus stuff started, and then over the last 3 weeks, all of the protesting and supposed rioting that's been going on in the streets. There have been people working through all this shit, including me. I put my life on the line working through all this stuff, all since March, and specifically through the last 3 weeks. And I put myself even in more danger because I put on a uniform every day. But anyhow, that's another story. I'm trying to figure out what's Kyrie's motive. Now, each individual has their own choice of what they want to do. They want to go and work. The NBA is not forcing anybody to do anything. If you don't go, I don't think you're going to get paid, but they're not saying absolutely you have to go. Or maybe they will get paid. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen in that situation. But to say that the players should, as a group, not go and rather specifically stay back and concentrate on protesting, whatever, man, that don't make no sense, bro. Or I can understand there are other players who just don't want to do it for health reasons. But to that I would say, look, I understand I don't want to say the name, but you guys know what's going on. That's a serious thing. There's a lot of people that lost their lives over it. But let me ask you this: what do you think is going to be the big difference if they cancel the season this season? They're talking about a late return. So let's say they return late October, early November, whatever. What, to the people with health concerns, what do you think is really going to be that much difference between now and November? Do you think there's going to be a cure? No. Do you think there's going to be I don't think anything is going to happen on that front between now and November. We'll have a little bit more information about how this thing is going, but more than likely it ain't going to be good. So look, like I said, there've been plenty of other people working through it, and these players are no different, and they're still going to have to work through it. Period. Now, as far as not playing because the stuff that's going on in the streets are hot. Everybody knows it. Everybody's, got a feeling on it. That, it's been going on worldwide. But let me ask you this. Hey, by November, let's say if you decide to cancel the season because of stuff that's going on in the streets are hot. But look, November, this is June, November, 6 months from now or whatever, hey, that might be time for the trial by then. So guess what? All this stuff is either still going to be continue going on 6 months from now, or guess what? It may kick up again in November. So then what do? So do you cancel that season too? Because the trial's going on and everybody's around the world is going to be concentrating on this trial to see what the fuck is going to happen. So I just think, man, some people are losing sight of this, and it's like, look, life continues. You got to work. You got to provide for your family. The NBA still has a league, still has a league to run. It is about business, but look, if it wasn't for an NBA, nobody would know who Kyrie Irving is. At least I wouldn't. So, don't lose sight of what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't protest or nothing like that, but I'm just saying everybody gotta have to look at the big picture, and we all gotta go out there and make that bread. Anyhow, this is AC. I'm out of here.